is living proof that you can accomplish anything.
When Jessica Cox was born without arms, doctors told her parents she would never be able to lead a normal life, and she certainly hasn't. From an early age, Jessica learned to depend on her legs and feet for everyday tasks, like eating, washing, and even putting in her contact lenses. Today, through hard work and determination, Jessica has earned 2 black belts in Taekwondo, plays the piano, and even drives a car without the help of extensions. But what really sets Jessica apart is her latest and greatest achievement, fulfilling a childhood dream of flying. On October 11th, after a 3-year journey, Jessica became the first person without arms to earn her pilot's license, proving that for her, the sky's the limit.
Please welcome Jessica Cox. It's so impressive, but since you were born this way, was it automatically, did you just figure out right away I can do things with my feet and my toes as well as somebody else, or did you have to learn that? I mean, did you have prosthetic arms for a while?
I did, yes, I did, but I was born without arms, so from very early age, my brain is wired to my feet, so.
Wow.
Yeah.
You just automatically started doing stuff with your feet.
Yeah, when I'm talking to you right now, I'll probably start gesturing with my feet. I'm so used to it that I think my feet are my hands. Yeah.
Wow, that's true. You would just gesture that way.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And so you can do anything. You do more than I do. I don't play piano or do karate or anything like that. I mean, you do actually more than most people.
Well, I can remember growing up, and the very first time that I was told that we were going to have a dance recital, I was in tap dancing, and the first time that I was told that we were going to be out performing in front of all our family and friends, I was kind of nervous, and I asked my dance teacher if I could be put in the back row, and she told me there wasn't a back row. So I went on stage, and the very first time I was on stage, I did my best, and I walked off the stage, and I was so excited I couldn't wait to get back on stage and perform.
Wow.
And now I have a profession as a motivational speaker, and I just love getting on stage every opportunity I can. So.
I read that you went to a school and you were wearing your prosthetic arms and decided that you didn't feel like doing that anymore. You decided to take them off.
It was probably my greatest, the best decision I ever made was the first day of 8th grade. And I walked to the bus stop not wearing prosthetic arms, unlike all the other days, first days of school. And I remember walking to the bus stop, and I knew people were going to make fun of me, and I knew people were going to laugh at me and ask me, where are your arms, and how are you going to do things? And I knew that, but when I walked on the bus and the bus door shut, I promised myself I would never wear them to school anymore, and I never did.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And you said you knew kids would make fun of you, but
yes.
That's something you just dealt with, or did you? How did you cry a lot as a kid, or did you just get, were you just strong and said to people, this is who I am? And
I didn't cry very much, but I did go home at times and ask my mom, why me, and why am I in this situation? And she always told me, that there's a reason, and you could do anything you set your mind to do. And from then, I just, I grew up at times. I did have those moments where I was kind of low and feeling sad about myself, but I got over them quick and just went out and enjoyed everything that I've done. Yeah.
Amazing. And so that includes wanting to get your pilot's license.
Yes.
And it's one thing to do karate and play piano, but you decide, I'm going to learn how to fly. What made you do that?
Well, from on the elementary playground, I remember getting frustrated and at times even angry because I was limited to the equipment I could play on. I wanted to play on the monkey bars and climb up the slide and slide down. And I was somewhat limited to the swings, which I didn't have a problem with that. But I remember on the swings envisioning myself being Superwoman, and I could fly over the playground, and I was everyone's hero. And one at a time, I would take a person up and share my superpower. And it wasn't until years later that I was able to fulfill that dream of being Superwoman. And the first time a fighter pilot came up to me and asked me, his name was Robin Stoddard, and he represented a nonprofit called Right Flight. He asked me if I'd like to fly in a single engine. I'd never been in a single engine airplane, and immediately I was somewhat struck with that question. And initially, I wasn't interested, but my dad happened to be with me at the time, and he jumped in and he said, she would love to. And so I went up months later on the first flight in a single-engine airplane, and I was addicted. And 3 years later, I am now certified as a sport pilot. Yes.
Wow, that's incredible. That's incredible. All right. Well, since you have been doing all the flying lately, we thought it would be nice to have someone fly you. Our friends at Hawaiian Airlines are sending you and your family to Maui's Kanapali Beach Hotel for a 6-night stay in one of their ocean view rooms, which is going to be